Good day, everyone. We are the Alpha Consulting Group, your strategic consultants here to present our Progress Report 3, our recommendations for Dutch Bros. We will begin with a brief recap of our external and internal analysis, followed by our SWOT and competitive strength assessment. Then, we'll dive into the alternative courses of action, our final recommendation, and the proposed implementation plan using the balanced scorecard approach. Let's begin by revisiting our key external findings to set the stage for our recommendations. First, we'll walk through our external analysis, starting with Porter's 5 forces and industry trends. Here's how competitive dynamics shape Dutch Rose's strategic landscape. First, the threat of new entrants is weak. Established brands benefit from economies of scale, efficient distribution, and strong supplier agreements. Large chains can spread fixed costs, absorb compliance expenses, and meet sustainability standards more easily. Their strong brand recognition and significant resources make it difficult for new competitors to enter. Consumers also tend to prefer established brands. Second, the threat of substitutes is strong. Consumers can easily switch to alternatives like energy drinks, tea, ready-to-drink beverages, and sodas. These substitutes now offer similar or even superior benefits at competitive prices, especially appealing to price-sensitive customers. Third, the bargaining power of suppliers is weak to moderate. The coffee supply chain is highly fragmented, which weakens individual supplier power. Coffee companies face low switching costs and can negotiate better terms or source directly. Large buyers often own farms or engage in direct trade, further reducing supplier leverage. However, specialty beans do give some moderate bargaining power to select suppliers. Fourth, the bargaining power of customers is strong. Low switching costs and a wide range of alternatives empower buyers to seek better value. Many consumers can easily make coffee at home, reducing reliance on shops. Coffee is a discretionary purchase, so customers can skip or delay buying, increasing their leverage. Minimal product differentiation also makes it easy for customers to switch between brands. Finally, competitive rivalry is strong. The market is saturated with global, regional, and local competitors. Minimal product differentiation forces shops to compete on price, promotions, and service. High fixed costs and perishable inventory drive aggressive competition and frequent price promotions. In summary, the coffee shop industry faces strong competition, strong buyer power, and significant substitution threats, while new entry and supplier power remain limited. Next, here's a quick look at the major players Dutch Bros is up against through looking at the value chain analysis of the rival companies. First, Starbucks' value chain starts with ethically sourcing high-quality Arabica coffee beans from over 30 countries, supported by its Coffee and Farmer Equity or McCafé program. The company operates mostly company-owned and licensed stores, investing heavily in barista training and store ambience to ensure a premium, consistent experience. Starbucks excels in digital innovation, offering a robust rewards program and personalized customer engagement. Financially, Starbucks reported $36.2 billion in revenue in 2024, but has recently faced margin pressure and a 3% decline in net revenues. McCafé, as McDonald's coffee brand, leverages the parent company's global supply chain, focusing on certified, sustainable sourcing and food safety. Its operations are embedded within McDonald's franchise-heavy system, which enables rapid scaling, efficiency, and consistent processes worldwide. McCafé emphasizes speed, value, and convenience, integrating digital ordering and drive-thru service to reach a broad customer base. Financially, McDonald's, including McCafé, reported $25.5 billion in consolidated revenue and a 46% operating margin in 2023, underlining its operational efficiency and profitability. Key differences lie in Dutch Bros' excellence in drive-thru speed, but is regionally focused. Starbucks dominates in premium experience and global reach. McCafé leads in affordability and scale, but trails in brand engagement and premium offering. Based on our analysis, these are the factors that will define success in the coffee market moving forward. First is speed and convenience. Customers crave friendly, lightning-fast service, often on the go. Brands like Dutch Bros shine by optimizing drive-thrus and store layouts to keep lines moving. Second is supply chain efficiency. Behind every cup is a well-oiled supply chain. Companies that lock in long-term contracts, diversify suppliers, and use just-in-time systems reduce costs and protect margins, even as bean and dairy prices fluctuate. Third is product quality and customizability. Great coffee is non-negotiable, but today's customers want more. consistent quality, customizable drinks, and functional beverages. A diverse, innovative menu keeps them coming back. Fourth is digital integration. Mobile ordering, rewards apps, and delivery are no longer optional. Digital tools enhance the customer experience and drive loyalty while keeping operations modern and efficient. Fifth is scalability of operations. Winners grow fast, with standardized setups and accessible locations that meet rising demand without sacrificing service or brand consistency. And finally, community engagement. Loyalty isn't just brewed, it's built. Local events, social media presence, and sustainable practices connect brands with their communities and strengthen differentiation in a crowded market. In this high growth industry, mastering these 6 factors isn't just smart, it's essential. Now let's take a look at the core competencies that will set Dutch Bros up for success in the industry. First is quick and efficient growth. From just $327 million in 2020 to $1.28 billion in 2024, Dutch Bros has delivered a 41% revenue CAGR. In 2024 alone, they opened 128 new shops, now totaling 982, with 68% company-owned. Their 90% drive-thru model and compact shop design allow rapid, low-cost expansion. Second is tech-driven loyalty. The Dutch Rewards app now powers 68% of all transactions, with 96% of shops fully app-enabled and integrated with POS and kitchen systems. They deliver fast, personalized service and promotions. Rewards expire every 6 months to keep customers coming back. Third is operational efficiency. They roast in-house, hold 4 months of coffee inventory, and maintain strong supplier relationships. An inventory turnover of 25.79 in 2024 showcases top-tier efficiency. Fourth is a people-first culture. Dutch Bros promotes 100% of regional operators internally, with over 400 leaders trained. The Broista Manifesto training and benefits like tuition aid build loyalty and service excellence. And fifth, a powerful brand. With its Dutch love culture and $5.2 million raised in 2024 alone through community campaigns, Dutch Bros connects with customers far beyond the cup. Now let's synthesize our internal and external findings to identify Dutch Bros' strategic position. Here's a snapshot of Dutch Bros' strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Dutch Bros' most prominent strength lies in its distinctive drive-thru model, which accounts for over 90% of its sales. Features like multi-lane setups and escape lanes enhance speed and convenience, catering to post-pandemic consumer preferences for contactless service. The rest of its key strengths include its strong internal culture and leadership pipeline, product innovation notably through its proprietary Blue Rebel energy drink, its vertically integrated supply chain, and its community-focused philanthropy such as the Dutch Love campaign. However, the company does face several internal challenges. First, its geographic footprint is limited, with operations in only 16 states, primarily in the western US, which restricts national brand recognition. Its drive-thru-only model, while efficient, may be a double-edged sword in areas with zoning limitations or urban density. Furthermore, the company's rapid expansion strategy targeting over 4,000 locations risks operational strain, particularly in management and training capacity. Governance is another concern, with founder-controlled leadership potentially limiting shareholder influence. Externally, Dutch Bros is well positioned to capitalize on the growing demand for convenient, customizable beverages, especially functional options like energy drinks and mood-enhancing flavors. There is also significant expansion potential in under-penetrated U.S. regions such as the Midwest and South, supported by favorable suburbanization trends. Other opportunities include the industry-wide shift towards digital loyalty and mobile commerce and increased public and regulatory emphasis on sustainability. Conversely, Dutch Bros faces intense competition from established players like Starbucks, Dunkin', and emerging concepts like McDonald's Cosmax. Economic instability, rising commodity costs, and inflation could pressure margins, especially given the QSR sector's sensitivity to changes in discretionary spending. Labor market volatility also poses a risk. Tight employment conditions and rising wage expectations may elevate costs and strain operations. Lastly, reputational risk, especially in the age of social media, remains a persistent threat as the brand scales nationally. We also compare Dutch Bros against key competitors across critical success metrics. Starbucks leads with holistic strengths across all success factors due to its broad strategy integrating quality, community, and ambience. Dutch Bros ranks as a strong challenger, excelling in speed, service, and loyalty, but still developing its brand equity and nationwide visibility. McCafé, while dominant in access and affordability, lags in premiumization and brand engagement, making it less competitive in higher value customer segments. As Dutch Bros continues its rapid expansion, we're faced with a critical question. How can Dutch Bros sustain its rapid growth and deepen market penetration while managing operational complexity, maintaining brand consistency, and navigating rising costs in an increasingly competitive and value-driven coffee market? To answer this, we've defined 4 strategic objectives that will guide our decision-making. First, expand market presence. Penetrate untapped and underdeveloped U.S. regions, especially in the East and Southeast. Second, increase average transaction size and frequency. Boost revenue per customer through new offerings and digital convenience. Third, improve operational efficiency and margins. Maintain high AUVs while managing labor, logistics, and supply chain pressures. And lastly, strengthen brand positioning. Enhance ESG credentials to attract value-driven consumers and satisfy future regulatory requirements. We identified 4 strategic alternatives by evaluating market trends, internal capabilities, and alignment with our key objectives. The first alternative is accelerate geographic expansion through a hybrid company franchise model. This option reintroduces selective franchising in new markets alongside continued company-owned growth. It allows faster expansion into the East and Southeast, lowers capital risk, and benefits from local franchisee insights. But it goes against Dutch Bros' post-2017 strategy and may dilute brand control and adds franchise oversight complexity. For Alternative 2, implement online delivery in their app or partner with third-party delivery apps. This approach adds delivery through the Dutch Bros app or third-party platforms. It boosts convenience and revenue, especially during off-peak hours, and enhances our digital ecosystem. However, it compresses margins, adds operational complexity, and risks diluting the in-store experience and defines the Dutch Bros brand. For Alternative 3, expand enhanced food menu system-wide. This involves rolling out tested food items like breakfast sandwiches system-wide. It helps us capture the morning day part and boosts average ticket sizes. However, it brings operational challenges from slower service and kitchen demands to the need for training and supply chain updates. And lastly, for Alternative 4, strengthen environmental sustainability and ESG positioning. This strategy scales up efforts in carbon reduction, ethical sourcing, and renewable packaging and positions sustainability as a brand strength. It aligns with new laws, appeals to Gen Z, and prepares us for future ESG scrutiny. The trade-off? Higher short-term costs and the risk of being perceived as inauthentic if not communicated clearly. To choose the best course of action, we compared each option against our 4 main objectives. Geographic expansion through a hybrid company franchise model stands out because it supports all of them. It enables fast market growth by entering new regions through franchising. Franchisees can tailor offerings to local preferences, boosting sales and visit frequency. It also improves margins by shifting costs and risks to franchisees. Lastly, it strengthens brand loyalty by building local ties while preserving Dutch Bros' culture. Other options either don't drive growth, add complexity, or have limited brand impact, making this the most balanced and strategic choice. Now let's move to the recommendations. To implement the best course of action, we've outlined a clear phased plan for Dutch Bros' chosen strategic direction, which is geographic expansion through a hybrid company franchise model. This plan is designed to help Dutch Bros sustain rapid growth, penetrate new markets, and manage rising complexity, all while preserving a unique brand culture in a values-driven coffee market. Phase 1 is setup and internal alignment. The first phase focuses on laying the foundation for Dutch Bros' hybrid expansion strategy while maintaining operational control and brand integrity. To start, franchise eligibility will be limited to high-performing internal operators by the third quarter of 2025, ensuring cultural consistency and accountability. A comprehensive franchise toolkit comprising of standard operating procedures, brand guidelines, and technology manuals will be developed by the fourth quarter to ensure consistency and franchise readiness. Early in 2026, Dutch Bros will pilot selective franchising in 2 strategic states, such as Florida and Tennessee, chosen for their growth potential. Concurrently, a dedicated franchise support division will be established, with coordinators and legal advisors onboarded by mid-year. Finally, POS and inventory systems will be upgraded to support real-time data sharing and ensure seamless operations across both company-owned and franchise stores. Phase 2 is expansion and market penetration. The second phase is dedicated to expanding Dutch Bros' footprint in underserved U.S. regions, particularly in the Southeast and Midwest. The company plans to enter 3 to 4 new states annually during this period. Franchisees will play a vital role in shaping regional menu variations, allowing stores to better align with local preferences and boost customer engagement. Dutch Rewards and integrated delivery capabilities will be rolled out to all locations by the end of 2026 to enhance convenience and digital loyalty. In support of brand values, Dutch Love community events will be held regionally to strengthen cultural ties and deepen customer connections. To uphold service and brand standards, quarterly compliance audits will be conducted across all franchise locations. Phase 3 is optimization and scale. The final phase focuses on long-term optimization and scaling the brand nationally. Expansion efforts will continue into high-potential suburban and western markets. A franchise excellence certification program will be introduced to recognize and incentivize top-performing operators. Annual evaluations of unit economics by region will help refine investment decisions based on performance metrics such as AUV, cost of goods sold, and operating margins. Additionally, ESG initiatives will be integrated into franchise operations starting in 2028, requiring emissions reporting and the adoption of sustainable packaging across all locations. To measure success, Dutch Bros will track progress using specific KPIs. The company aims to enter 2 new markets in 2025, 3 in 2026, and 4 in 2027. The franchise-to-corporate store ratio is expected to shift from 32% franchise and 68% corporate to 40% franchise and 60% corporate. Average unit volume will be maintained at or above $2 million, with a goal of reaching $2.2 million by 2027. Customer satisfaction parity between franchise and company-operated stores should exceed 90%, and brand compliance audit scores should rise to at least 95%. Several potential risks have been identified and addressed. Brand inconsistency will be mitigated through a strict onboarding process, quarterly audits, and an internal-only franchising policy. To prevent franchisee underperformance, Dutch Bros will provide ongoing coaching, marketing support, and performance-based renewal terms. Legal and regulatory complexity will be managed by a centralized legal team offering localized compliance training. To avoid operational overload, a dedicated franchise support division and scalable backend systems will be in place to ensure scalability and consistency as the model expands. In closing, this phase implementation plan enables Dutch Bros to scale quickly and efficiently through a hybrid franchise model. By combining local agility with brand oversight, we ensure that Dutch Bros experience stays consistent, fast, friendly, and community-first, no matter how far we grow. Lastly, we'll present the 3-year balance scorecard for Dutch Bros, which aligns our strategic goals with measurable performance across 4 key areas: financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth. This roadmap guides our priorities through 2025 to 2027. Financially, we focus on improving profitability, capital efficiency, and shareholder value. We aim to increase operating margin from 9% in 2025 to 11% by 2027 through cost control and commodity hedging. Return on equity is targeted to grow from 6% to 10%, supported by selective franchising. For liquidity, we aim to strengthen our current ratio from 1.6 to 1.8 through margin-focused store rollouts. Under the customer perspective, we aim to boost satisfaction, expand to new markets, and deepen loyalty. We're targeting a rise in customer satisfaction from 88% to 92% and increasing Dutch Rewards usage to 72% by 2027. We plan to enter 2 states in 2025, 3 in 2026, and 4 in 2027. Key initiatives include regional campaigns, give-back events, and integrating delivery into our app to enhance access and retention. For internal processes, we'll enhance speed, consistency, and innovation. Drive-through wait times will be reduced to under 2 minutes and inventory turnover increased to 26 by 2027. We'll also introduce 2 to 3 limited time offerings per quarter. These goals will be supported by double-lane drive-thrus, AI-powered staffing, and expanded menu innovations like breakfast sandwiches and snack options. Finally, under learning and growth, we focus on people and tech. We're aiming for 100% of regional operators to be promoted internally and reducing staff turnover to below 14%. We'll also release up to 3 new app features yearly. This is backed by Dutch Bros University cultural training and investments in mobile and data platforms. In summary, this balanced scorecard helps Dutch Bros scale strategically while staying true to its culture, improving customer experience, and building long-term value. To summarize, our strategic recommendation empowers Dutch Bros to grow faster, smarter, and stronger. The hybrid expansion model strikes the right balance between scale and culture, enabling Dutch Bros to enter new markets while staying true to its core values. With a solid implementation plan in place, the company is well positioned to thrive in an evolving coffee market. That would be all. Thank you.